I kind of was spot on with, the thoughts that I think the top, potentially, at least for the short term or the midterm, was going to be in on Bitcoin due to the ETF. So I figured, okay, we have this big event that's basically been telegraphed for months. Everyone and their mother is long into this event that we, basically have assumed is a certainty. It happens. We get a little bit of a fart. And now we're pulling back. And from the top, we're down 20% already. So I was right about that aspect of it. But what I timed poorly, I don't think that the rotation can't still happen. But at the end of the day, timing is one of the most important things in trading. You can have an idea where you think price is going to go, right? You think price is going to go higher or lower. But if you don't know when that's going to happen or what might happen before that happens, do you really know anything? So saying, hey, I think Ethereum is going to have a period of outperformance against Bitcoin. And then let's say Ethereum from here rips. Was I right? I mean, kind of, but this is kind of like the capo argument where if we eventually go to 10K, is he right? No, in my opinion, because before we went to 10K, we went from 16K to 50K. So you can't be like, I'm bullish on Ethereum to 3,400 and then us drop 20% and then go to 3,400 and be like, see, I told you so. That's just as important as knowing the direction, is knowing when something is going to happen. So that's why, I considered myself wrong, on that tweet. And this is part of trading. If you follow me, you'll know I'm someone who is not afraid to admit I'm wrong. I get stuff wrong all the time. My hit rate on my trades is sometimes, 40 to as high as 60%, but I'm not getting every trade right. I'm not correct on every prediction I make. Of course not. That's insane. But I have no shame in letting you guys know when I get something wrong, because the idea here is to give you a more realistic expectation of what trading is. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good trades. You're going to have bad trades. You're going to be right sometimes. You're going to be dead wrong some other times. The fact of the matter is, I was very much spot on with the bull bias from here up to here. And I made a ton of money during that time period. I gave back some money during this, but I'm okay with that. It's about catching the meat of the move, right? You don't need to buy the bottom and sell the top if you can just catch the majority of this move. Now that the market is not just doing this, and maybe it will continue. Maybe this is just a higher low. We don't know yet. But this has been a bit of a trickier market to trade than all of this, right? So from September until December, mid to late December, up only, basically long anything and make a bunch of money. And then the last couple of weeks, been a little bit trickier. So what you don't want to do is when you have a period of easy mode where you make a bunch of money, you do not want to give that back as soon as the environment in the market changes. So one of the hardest things to do in trading is knowing when buying every dip blindly just isn't going to work anymore, right? When the market is changing from perhaps trending to range bound or from an uptrend to a downtrend, and being able to accept that change in flow and then adjust your trading accordingly. And maybe that means that you're now not looking for longs, you're looking for shorts. Maybe that means you're not trading for a little while. I know some guys, like look at Rookie. Rookie's one of my boys, absolutely smashed it here. And now the market's going kind of sideways and he's not trading very much right now. Not as much, because he knows where his edge is. His edge is in the very strong uptrend. He knows when to push on the gas, and that's what works for him. You do not need to be able to trade a downtrend. You do not need to be able to trade sideways. If you know that, hey, I'm really good at trading a strong uptrend, then wait for the market to sync up with your edge. But what a lot of people are going to do is they're going to trade the same way they traded here, and it's not going to work for them. How many people in the last 2 weeks have told you to buy the dip on every one of these drops? You almost start to wonder, how do these people even have any money left to buy the dip? Because back here, they told me they were all in and we're going to 100K. Here, they told me the ETF is approved. We're going to a fucking bajillion. And then now the market is dumping and they're telling me to long the dip. And it's like, with what money? I thought you were all in. Oh, you said all in on the dip here and then it dipped again. And then you said all in again, right? Most of these people are not actually trading, right? It's engagement farming. Maybe they're selling you something. Maybe they just like getting the engagement and looking like they know how to trade. I don't really know. For the most part, a lot of this is bullshit and it's fake and you need to ignore it, right? Do not let it affect you. You're going to have people, just like there's people telling you to short every move on the way up, there's going to be people to tell you to long every move on the way back down. Go look at the last bull market. You'll see people who are telling you to long every dip here and then every dip here being like, don't worry, it's coming back, it's coming back. Same thing. The top is in. The top is in. The top is in. The top is in. See, I told you. The top is in. The top is in. The top is in. The top is in. See, I told you. Like, it's the same shit. Don't listen to most of these people, and don't listen to me even. I know you're here watching. If you like what I have to share and you like how I trade and you're trying to learn, by all means, do that. But the last thing you need to be doing is just blindly following someone on the internet because they have a lot of followers, or maybe they got a trade right and therefore you think, oh, they must really know what they're talking about, right? Because you can just be a bull in an uptrend. There's a lot of people who thought they knew how to trade because the market just went straight up and you could almost buy anything and make money, and they're going to learn very quickly if they keep doing that maybe they don't actually know how to trade and they just got lucky and the timing was good. So keep all that in mind. Someone says Capo lives in your head rent free. Buddy, you're watching my video. I must live in your head rent free. I live in your mother's bedroom rent free. And then he just gave me a compliment, the same guy. I'm sorry, Jack. I take it back about what I just said just now. What I just said that very moment, I take that back about your mother. But I got to say one more thing about Capo. Just one more, and then Jack, I promise on your mother's life, I will stop talking about it. He literally said, it's just so funny, man. He literally said, he's like, yo, 48 to 50K is the top, Ethereum 26 to 2700. And then that's exactly what happened. And then it dumped. And then he's like, one more move up to 50. One more. And then he's like, and I'm longing altcoins. And then it's just been down only ever since. So he was bearish this entire way. Then he called for the top at the fucking Pico top. It happened. And then he faded his own advice and started longing altcoins. And it went down only since. You can't write that shit.